So a woman has gone viral after showing off her BBL on vacation. So what do we think?
I'll be the first to admit, I got cosmetic surgery to keep a man.
I regret getting my BBL.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Cynthia here, and guys, in today's video we're going to be looking at the reasons why some of these ladies get BBL done and also why they regret their decision. Now guys, I've always been curious as to why some ladies get this done, and yes, this video is going to answer our curiosity just in case you've always wondered as well. And yes, beautiful people, without wasting too much time, let's quickly get right into this video.
I'll be the first to admit, I got cosmetic surgery to keep a man. So I'm gonna do a quick story time of why I got cosmetic surgery in order to keep my husband. So when I first got married, I thought that I was my husband's type. I thought that he was attracted to me because he said he was. But throughout our marriage, he would always tell me how he was attracted to BBW women, more full-figured, voluptuous women. I was pretty young, so I didn't really realize that he was kind of grooming me to get comfortable with the idea of him talking about other women, which later led to him asking if we wanted to be poly. He would send me a lot of different pictures on Instagram of different Instagram models who had BBLs, who had their butts really big, and he would say things like, "You will look so good like this." Something in my spirit didn't feel well when he used to send me these things, but I wanted to just go along with it, you know, be the cool wife. He would give these backhanded compliments like, "You are my dream woman, you look so good, but imagine if you got this surgery done to your butt." He would say it so often that I began to believe that I needed it. And I would also start looking at these other women's like, okay, this is my husband's type. This is who I'm going to be with forever. I might as well give him what he wants. I was programmed to believe that because I was married, I had to give him what he wanted. So I convinced myself that I actually wanted the surgery for myself. I started looking in the mirror like, wow, April, yes, you'll look so good if your stomach was much flatter and your butt was wider and if you finally had some hips. The brainwashing was real. I began to become really consumed by the thoughts of getting this surgery in order to please him. So I went ahead and did it. He was happy with the results, but that didn't stop there. My BBL surgery was the worst pain I've ever endured. It was actually worse than all 3 of my labors with my children. He did not care. Even though he waited on me hand and foot and he saw how much pain I was in every day, he proceeded to ask me the very first week of recovery, will I be willing to go through a round 2? What? Meaning take more fat out and transfer it again before I'm even done healing. And here I am, 1 week in recovery, wondering about getting a second round BBL just to keep him happy. There is much more to this story that I can add, so let me know if you want a part 2. But I came on here to say that if your goal is to try to satisfy the male ego, please stop. It's literally impossible. I am not saying that I am against plastic surgery. I'm just simply saying never get it to satisfy the male ego because it is impossible. I've been so hesitant about making this video because obviously it's super vulnerable, but someone needed to hear this. I just want to reassure you that your husband, your soulmate, your divine masculine that God has made for you, he would never ask you to change anything about yourself. If you decide to change anything about your physical appearance, he will support you, yes, but he would never make it seem like it's an absolute necessity. Don't let yourself be persuaded like I did, because if this was my decision, my surgery would have probably came out much better. I would have went to the doctor I actually wanted to. I would have spent more time doing more research. I would have healed properly because I would have got all the massages I was supposed to get. My healing process has not been the best. And I know it's because this was totally out of alignment with who I really am. So I'm not against plastic surgery. There's work that I'll still do, but make sure you're doing it for you.
First of all, I'm gonna have to say it. This lady is super brave. She is super courageous to come online and admit something like this and even tell us in detail about how it went. Come on. I just even have one more question. Is she still married to this husband of hers? Cause what? Now I don't know if I want to get into the part two, but obviously I'm that nosy, so let's get right into the part two.
I got cosmetic surgery to keep a man, part two. At that time, when I was willing to get surgery to keep my husband, I was desperate for validation. And men can always sense that hunger for validation. And when he sensed it, he used it to his advantage. Like when he asked me to do poly and I would say no, he'll threaten to leave me because he understood my fear of abandonment. He saw me as his property, not a person. He saw me as a body, not someone with a soul. So when I said no, I didn't want to be poly, he immediately threatened to leave me because his property was now challenging him. And even when I did give in and pursue poly with him, there would be women where he wouldn't find them the most attractive, but he'll say, oh, eventually we can get her teeth done, or eventually we can get her surgery. Basically seeing women as projects to build. When I called him out for dehumanizing me and sexualizing women, he'll just say, everyone does it. And he didn't see me as a body or a soul. Honestly, I didn't see myself as that. So he was just mirroring and reflecting back my own low self-esteem. So we were just two wounded people having this wounded dance where I chose to finally wake up and heal. You can no longer be owned when you finally remember who you are. You can no longer be someone else's property when you know that you're worth more than all of the money in the world. You cannot be devalued once you choose to value yourself. If you've ever abandoned yourself in the name of love, or if you were ever told that you were just a piece of property, the moment you start to value and choose yourself, the entire universe will rearrange itself to prove that choice to you. I also want to add that men are just as affected by this social experiment of a society as women are, whether they want to believe it or not. From a very young age, little boys are taught to lust after women instead of actually honor women, and that plays a role as to why society is the way it is now. So no, I'm not on here bashing men, pointing them out to be lustful, greedy, users, abusers, because that exists, but so does the alternative. The moment you start choosing yourself, you will meet reflections that mirror back your self-value. I really just wanted to shed light on the entitlement, objectification, coercion, control that some men have, that once you are awakened to, you can now free yourself from.
I really wish a lot of people get to see this video because it really hammers on exactly what some of the problems are. That validation when you do not know yourself. Ladies, I don't know. Anybody can have cosmetic surgery, just like she said. If it's for you, good. But if it's for validation, it's a big no. It's a big no. The sooner you know who you are, the sooner you know the treasure you carry, the sooner you know how powerful you are, the better for your future. Honestly. Once again, ladies, love yourselves.
So mine was definitely insecurity, and it was also curiosity. I got my BBL when I was very young. I was 19, so not many people had a BBL. It was just mentioned to me by a friend that she wanted to do it. So yeah, I'm 19 in uni. I have a friend that is interested in surgery. I think by then my friend was like into filler and stuff, so she was more well versed in the game than me. There's a type of insecurity that I can't explain. I can only try my best to, but it's an insecurity.
Am I the only one that sees that she looks really, really good before surgery? I don't know. I feel like we ladies need to speak power to ourselves every single day, because why would she feel insecure with a banging body like that? Like, who was making her feel insecure? And I love that she just went straight right into the reason and was honest about it, because I feel like most of the reasons why these women get their surgery done is because of insecurity. But yes, guys, it is what it is. Like, oh my god. Anyway, let's go right into the next video.
Getting a BBL ruined my life. So I was a teenager in the 2010s when Instagram was new and like the it girls were Instagram models, and all these girls started getting BBLs. The bigger your ass was, the more successful you were gonna be. I saw Kylie Jenner do it and I was like, oh my god, I need that. And I grew up watching like Kim K's butt like triple in size every year, and I was like, I need to be her. All the men want her. The reason I'm not getting a boyfriend is because I don't have her butt. So when I got my money up in the 2020s, I spent $15,000 on a new ass. not realizing it was about to be my downfall. BBLs were straight up a trend. My life completely fell apart after I got one. First of all, I only fit in Fashion Nova. I could not fit in any nice, expensive clothes. Designer clothes, Aritzia, all the cute, clean girl clothes, they're meant for skinny girls. I could not get my butt into a pair of jeans for 2 years. I gained 30 pounds after my BBL. I was the heaviest I have ever been in my life. Because when you get a BBL, you can't gain like stomach fat anymore. And I didn't even realize I was gaining weight because it was all going to my butt. And then I woke up one day morbidly obese. I think what made me realize was my face got so fat. But that's not even the worst part. The way men treated me was so horrifying. I only attracted the broke, drug addicted, abusive losers. I did not attract anyone who was boyfriend material at all. Because my body was so over-sexualized, you know what I'm saying? And the way I was forced to dress having a BBL, because you can't wear anything baggy and cute when you have a BBL, otherwise you look fat. You have to wear like skin-tight clothes and be half naked 24/7. Rich, sweet, classy, nice men aren't attracted to that when they see that walk into a bar or walk down the street. I had homeless people catcalling me and chasing me around. I would not get respect when I would walk into like Saks Fifth Avenue or designer store. Before I got like all my work done, people used to tell me I was pretty. My Uber driver would say, "Oh, you're so pretty." Random girls would tell me I was pretty. That completely stopped. It all stopped. And I got so depressed. I realized something had to change. So I got on Ozempic. I lost 30 pounds and like now can fit in like classier clothing and cover my body without looking like a cow. I stopped getting lip filler. I stopped dyeing my hair bleach blonde. I shrunk my butt to now if you saw me walking down the street, you would not think it was fake. I am treated so much better. I walk into a Chanel store and they actually walk up to me and help me shop. I am no longer getting sexually harassed everywhere I go. I have a really hot boyfriend. And people in general just started being nicer to me again. I'm rich because I do OnlyFans. But if you saw me walking down the street, you would never look at that girl and be like, "Oh, that's an OnlyFans model. She doesn't deserve my respect." You would just think I was a regular rich girl living her little New York City life. And life is so much better this way. So if you think you need plastic surgery, you definitely don't. You do not need to go get that lip filler. You don't need a new butt and you don't need a new boobs. My boobs got so botched, now they're permanently scarred because of my boob jobs, and I will go into that in a different TikTok. And now I have to live with that mistake for the rest of my life. So just take it from me, who's already made the mistakes. Don't touch yourself.
I love her last sentence, "don't touch yourself." And also the way she explained the whole feeling after getting a BBL, how the different types of men are attracted to that certain BBL shape and how the other type of men are not attracted to that. So it depends on you. Whichever one you want to attract, you know what to do. I mean, guys, every single day, people are still getting it done. So I just like that most of these women are sincere with their experiences.
Right with me while I tell you why I got 3 BBLs. So I got my first BBL when I was 18. I didn't know anything about surgery back then. I just really wanted a BBL. I was not very big, but in my head I thought I was. So I didn't do the proper gaining weight. I didn't wear my faja how I was supposed to, so my results ended up looking not how I wanted. So I didn't have enough fat for my exaggerated results. I will admit that. Number 2, after that lipo, my belly button never went back into place. I ended up having a hernia and it took me about 2-3 years to get that fixed. Then when I was 19 and a half, I got another one, and this time I actually gained some more weight. So I actually had a body that looked like I had a BBL. My first one basically didn't look any different. They just basically went in with the thing for no reason because I looked the same. So after my second one, I think that one was the most painful I've had. I think because I got it done in the DR, and they are very, very extreme when it comes to the way they lipo, and I feel like my body couldn't snap back. I already had the hernia in my belly button, so it got worse, and I really wanted to get it fixed. I didn't know what to do anymore. It was looking very weird when I looked like stood from the side. So I inquired about getting a mini tummy tuck because that's the only thing that I felt I could do to get rid of the hernia, and I was accumulating a lot of loose skin, but it didn't really make sense because I hadn't lost or gained a lot of weight. It was a very small amount of weight that I had fluctuated. So I ended up going to the DR again, and they told me that I really shouldn't get a mini tummy tuck because I was too young, I hadn't had kids, and it just wouldn't be worth the scar. So they gave me another BBL. At this time, I was really thin because I already had the 2 lipos. So I had like scar tissue, but I didn't really have a lot of fat. So it made my body a little bit smaller, but it didn't really do much for me. And I was really upset because my belly button still was looking weird. So after my 3rd BBL, I still felt like I was looking very skinny, and it was because I would kind of like lose all the fat. I don't know why, but I think my genetics just didn't allow me to like store all the fat that I would get when I would get the BBLs, and I was feeling very unmotivated. And then I ended up getting butt shots. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Cardi's story with her shots. They're illegal, they're super dangerous, but I did do them. I currently have them, and they kind of made me look very thick, but you know, they've come with a lot of risk. So at this point, my stomach was still looking weird. I still had the hernia. It got worse, and I actually found a doctor who told me I should get the mini tummy tuck in Mexico. So when I was about 21 and a half, I got the mini tummy tuck, and finally I was able to get rid of my belly button coming out. The hernia was gone, and I feel like it really like slimmed down my waist. And I was never able to achieve that look with the 3 BBLs that I got. So after I solved that problem and I was healing, I was noticing that my scar from my mini tummy tuck was starting to protrude out. I did get the results I wanted, but my scar never really snapped back completely in place. So if you guys saw the video I made when I said I was going to go get a consultation for my facelift, I actually was able to show the doctor my scar from my tummy tuck when I went, and he told me that it's very possible that I have some sort of collagen deficiency, and that is why I'm scarring badly, why my skin's not settling back into place. Well, that might be the case with surgery. Even if you follow all the aftercare, if you take care of yourself, sometimes things still go wrong. And I just want to let you guys know that that happens, and it's a risk that we take when we get surgery.
I don't know, guys. I'm just shocked at how these surgeries are done at a very early age, like 18, 19, 20, 21. What? That's so early. At 19 years old, I never for once thought about getting surgery done. That was never anything that came across my mind. I think what I was thinking about at that age was how to write and pass my exams, because obviously I was in uni at that time. Guys, I don't know. These ages are so young. And then you see how one surgery causes you to keep going and going and going until you tell yourself to stop, because it becomes really addictive.
I thought a BBL was going to change my life. In my previous videos, there are comments circling around about the reasons why I regret my BBL. And one of the reasons why is because I thought that I was going to be making more money. Now, everybody has their speculations about why I said that. Now, in my mind, what I'm thinking is, when I got it done, I thought that the opportunities... Hold on, let me just think about what I'm going to say because it's going to sound bad. Hold on. I am a service provider. Let's start there. I run a business. I'm always in the front street, whether I want to be or not, right? And I felt like I had to look a certain way in order for me to gain the clientele that I wanted, to gain, you know, just make more sales, stuff like that. I also used to sell clothing. Now, when I was selling clothing, I wanted to make sure that when I was modeling these clothes, I looked how I wanted to look in them. So ultimately, I feel like people are trying to emphasize like, oh, why would you think that unless you're in nightlife, or you thought a man was gonna, you know, scoop you up, baby. It's never been about a man, okay? And it's never been about nightlife. And I'm not opposed to it, but in my mind, I was thinking that, you know, body looks correct, more money for me and my business. So I think that's one of the main reasons why I felt like the BBL was going to change my life. Now, did it? I feel like it helped. I just struggle with consistency personally, so that's why but I think it helped. I mean, I regret it for other reasons, but that specific one, I'm gonna need y'all to stop speculating.
In order to avoid regrets in future, in my opinion, just don't get it done. It's a different thing when you regret something that was optional for you, especially something like BBL, because the regret is more painful because it's like, had I known, I wouldn't have done this. So, in order to just avoid regrets, like I said earlier, just don't get it done.
I've low-key been waiting for someone to ask me about this. So yeah, I did get a BBL in 2020. I was 27 years old, and it was like right when the pandemic started. I'm trying to think, my weight was about 185, 190. So I was under 200 when I got my BBL. And ever since then, I've just been gaining weight and losing it, and then gaining weight and then losing it. I don't regret getting the surgery at all. I love my shape so much more than what it used to be. Let me see if I can find a picture of what it used to be. As you can see here, I was kind of looking like SpongeBob SquarePants. I would never take photos straight on just because I hated the fact that I looked so bad built. Now if I had lost weight, like maybe if I had just gotten lipo instead of the BBL, I mean, the weight probably would have came back. I don't know. I think I needed the full BBL. I really needed the hips. And I'm very grateful to have them, but I think they're a little messed up, if that makes sense. Like, my hips aren't round. One of them is kind of flat. So I did want to get a round 2 BBL back in 2022, but the people that I went to, they wouldn't do the BBL part. They only gave me another round of lipo. So I did get another round of lipo in 2022. Would I get more work done? I want to get my breasts reduced, like, really bad. Like, I want to, like, chop my titties off and be itty bitty titty committee. And if I did that, I would get lipo again. But for right now, I'm just trying to work it out in the gym, what you guys told me to do in the first place. But I will say that I was a BBL talk pioneer. I was one of the very first people to talk about having a BBL on TikTok. This was back in, like I said, in 2020. And I had a really big following, not really big following, but like I had like 76,000 followers. And my depression made me delete the whole TikTok in 2023. But and I don't have access to any of my old stuff. Otherwise, I would show you like examples of like the videos that I used to post, talking about having a BBL and how I was really, one of the first people to do that.
She doesn't regret her BBL, but she feels like her hips are messed up because one side is flatter than the other one. Girl, okay. But I mean, guys, she's taking pride in mentioning that she was one of the first people to get BBL done. So maybe she isn't regretting it. Like, who knows? But then again, guys, I feel she was okay at her first picture. Like, that's a real body. That's a natural body. I don't know what to say, honestly. Like, all these things are just making me shocked. But yes, guys, let's keep going.
I regret getting my BBL. I got it done around 2020. I was 25, and I was heavily influenced living in LA. A lot of girls had big booties, and I'm not gonna lie, I felt insecure. So I decided to get it done. At the time, I loved it. I thought I looked so good, but now I hate it. I probably had body dysmorphia because now I'm realizing like my butt, it just looks ridiculous to me. To other people, it might not look that big, whatever. To me, it just looks ridiculous. I hate the attention I get when I'm outside. And if you have a BBL, I don't know, some people might like it. But me personally, like, I try to hide my butt when I'm in public. As crazy as that may seem, I'll wrap like a jacket around me because I hate the attention I get when I'm in public, whether that's from guys, girls, just anybody. Like, I get attention from anybody, and most of the time it's just negative. Like, I could tell it's just negative attention, and it's making me, not that it's making me insecure, but I feel so uncomfortable. I wish I just kept my natural body, because now that I'm older, I'm growing into my body a little more. And if I had the knowledge when I was 25, I would have never touched my body. And if I could share this information with especially the younger crowd, because I know with the internet and just like sometimes where you live, it's easy to be influenced to get the procedure done. But now it's like, I'm looking to get surgery to undo everything. And I have to spend all this money. I spent so much money getting it, and now I have to spend all this money to undo it. And I don't know when, but I want to do it soon, y'all. If you guys could take any advice from me, I would tell y'all, just don't do it. Like, love your natural body. I think natural bodies are so cute. And like, when I see a girl that doesn't have a BBL, I'm like, damn, what did I do to myself? And now that I'm back in the gym, I especially hate it because I'm trying to look like a fit girl, and the butt just doesn't fit the aesthetic. Like, it just doesn't match. So that's another reason I want to get rid of it. And I hate the fact that people are always like, oh, stop acting like you built your booty in the gym. I know I didn't. Like, I always tell people, like, I've always been transparent with my surgeries. But it's just like, I always get comments, and it gets to a point where it gets so annoying. I wish there was an age restriction for getting BBLs so that, you know, you could wait until your brain fully develops before you make that huge decision to get it done. I'm 30 now. If I had just waited, I would have never done this. 25, nobody could tell me anything. I swear, nobody could tell me anything. Like, I wasn't listening to anybody. I didn't give a fuck. Like, I wanted what I wanted, and now I gotta deal with the consequences. People, I've noticed, don't really take you serious when you have a BBL. And no offense, like, I'm speaking on myself. People objectify you, and I want people to take me more serious. So yeah, I hope I was able to help some people out there that's debating if they should get a BBL. I personally would tell you, if I was your friend, don't do it. Don't touch your body, or at least wait until you're real grown and see if you still want to do it. Because I'm sure if you were me right now, you wouldn't do it. Bye, y'all.
I like her openness. I like her sincerity. It just goes to show that at the end of the day, when you grow into your mature adult body, most of them tend to regret the BBL decision. And that's understandable, because the body you have at your teens, early 20s, it's not going to be the same body you have in your 30s, in your 40s. Honestly, it's not. Especially if you've had a child. It's not going to be the same body. For most people, the bodies they get in their 30s, 40s is amazing. Like, they love it. Especially when you've had a child or children, as the case may be. So, like she said, if at all you're debating whether to get it or not, consider your age and have it at the back of your mind that you're still growing.
And another thing, while I'm in front of this camera, I don't know what the hell I was thinking when I got a BBL at 18 years old. And on top of getting a BBL, because the results were amazing, it looked perfect, I just got like a little skinny BBL. But of course I gained weight, didn't take care of it, blew up. I think my largest, I was 215 pounds. I'm now 163 pounds, and I plan to get even leaner because the attention I get from this booty is disgusting. It feels so perverted. It feels so creepy. I just don't like it. And then the attention is just from the wrong type of men. Like, babe, you do not stand a chance. And it's so funny to me how I would say the lowest achieving men just have all the audacity in the world. And it's like, babe, you know that you do not stand a chance. But okay. Yeah, the attention is just disgusting. Like, it feels really nasty and it just feels perverted. So I work on myself really hard to just slim down. But I don't know, the body just keeps getting more and more tea. So I may be doing the opposite of what I think that I'm doing.
I mean, guys, if a lot of ladies are talking about how disgusting the attention they get after a BBL is, then maybe there's a lot of truth in it. Because now from this video, we've seen at least 3 ladies talk about how they did not like the attention they got from both men or women, with the BBL they got, and how they attracted the wrong set of people to their lives. If most of these ladies are saying this, then if you're debating whether to get it or not, I think you should also put that into consideration. Do you want to attract this certain type of people, or you want to be taken more seriously?
I got a BBL at the age of 20 and I flew by myself to Colombia and my results came out amazing. Number 1, make sure to research your doctor really heavily. Read the reviews online as well. Watch bare YouTube videos. I'm about to upload a vlog myself, but watch bare YouTube videos to really understand what the process is going to be like so you're not super shocked. Because it's a very foreign experience and I don't want you to be super overwhelmed. Like, at least prep yourself a little bit. This is a surgery that's affecting over half of your body. Like, you're going to be immobile. You're also going to be humbled because you're going to need nurses to help you use the washroom, take a shower, wipe your butt, all that. Be careful of the body dysmorphia that comes with getting surgery, because once you fix one thing on your body, you're going to be like, oh, but this little nook and cranny is not perfect the way, I want to change it again. No, don't go down that road. Lastly, your big booty doesn't matter if your heart is ugly, so fix your mindset.
The last point she made, oh my god. All this to consider sounds like work to me.
So a woman has gone viral after showing off her BBL on vacation. So what do we think? So first things first, I would say her bathing suit is actually kind of cute. I haven't seen that before. However, in her bum area, it looks like several rounds of a surgical BBL. And the reason I say this is one big clue that gives it away. It's her stomach. The liposuction looks like the cannula marks, or perhaps she hasn't had the best massages after having surgery. So you can see there's kind of bumps and lumps in her stomach. So that's a big giveaway. But also what makes it look extra big is her laying on her back and she's able to push the fat to the sides of her hips area. So in her defense, it doesn't look like implants. It doesn't look like silicone injections, which is dangerous. It just looks like multiple rounds of the BBL. What do you guys think? Comment below.
I don't know. I don't know, guys. I just feel like it doesn't look good. And I feel like if you've gotten certain surgeries done, like there's some things you're supposed to do and there's some things you're not supposed to do. Especially when you know that when you do something, you look ridiculous in it. This is what some people are going to get. Oh my goodness. Guys, I honestly don't even know what to say. Like, this whole BBL talk is just something that never gets old. Because a lot of people always talk about it, and still a lot of people still go ahead to get it done. So I think at the end of the day, it just depends on the individual's mindset. And if you want to look a certain way, then I guess you know what to do. But if you want to look natural and the rest, you still know what to do. After listening to all these women tell us their reasons why they got the BBL done, I just have a few things to say to the younger girls, or basically anybody that's watching this that feels insecure about his or her body, because I know there are a lot of people that still feel insecure about certain parts of their body. The sooner you realize that that's how you were made and you were made not out of mistake, the better for you. because nothing on your body is a mistake, except in rare occasions where that thing on your body that you badly want to correct is affecting your health. Like if it's preventing you from living a healthy life, then I would say go check it out. But if it's not affecting your health, if it's not affecting how you walk, how you think, how you operate, then let it be. That's just what I have to say about that. But yes, guys, let me know what you all think about this in the comments. And yes, beautiful people, I've come to the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, do not forget to give the video a fat thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, consider subscribing, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.